Welcome to the Emotional Balance Sheet, the go-to podcast for parents with multiple kids, especially those with twins, triplets, or more, who are navigating the maze of modern family life and personal finance. Whether you're overwhelmed by education or retirement planning, parenting dilemmas, career transitions, or trying to define your purpose and plan, we're here to guide you with empathy, encouragement, and expertise. Hosted by Paul Fenner, founder of Tama Capital, a certified financial planner and parent to 4 kids, including a set of triplets. Our podcast is your ally in the quest for financial peace of mind, proving that money matters, but family comes first. Subscribe now and join our community of empowered parents at tamacapital.com. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon for investment decisions. Clients of Tama may retain positions in the securities discussed in this podcast.
What does comprehensive financial planning even mean? At Tama Capital, it means a family office where lifestyle planning such as retirement, college, portfolio management, and tax prep and planning are all under one umbrella. But it goes beyond numbers. We focus as much on the emotional side of financial planning as we do on the financial side. We get you. We understand your challenges of building a family, business or career, and a healthy life. We are devoted to wealth planning for families like yours because we are you. Learn how our family can help your family by visiting tamacapital.com. Hi, and welcome back. Today's economy is good at creating 2 things: wealth and the ability to show off wealth. We might have higher incomes, more wealth, and bigger homes, but it's also quickly smothered by inflated expectations. This is a point from an article that Morgan Housel wrote several years ago about how to get the goalpost to stop moving. He adds one other really poignant piece of information. Events like money compound. And the central key feature of compounding is that it's never intuitive how big something can grow from a small beginning. So today I want to talk about 2 forces that shape every family's emotional balance sheet: expectations and compounding. One can quietly suffocate your financial peace. The other can quietly transform your life. So I was recently working with a family who, by all traditional measures, were doing very well. Great careers, growing savings, a clear plan or path for college and retirement. But here's the thing, they didn't feel successful. They felt left behind, not because of their numbers, but because of their expectations. Rising incomes had simply raised the bar on how they felt they should be doing. More activities for the kids, a bigger house, more travel, more upgrades. Quite frankly, just more everything. Their progress wasn't the problem. The problem was their expectations kept moving faster than their reality. Is this something that you think you can relate to? I know I certainly can. And that's exactly the point that Morgan was writing about. Wealth grows slower than our expectations, and that gap creates anxiety, not peace. When we slowed down the conversation and focused on what mattered for this family, not what was expected, their stress levels began to decrease. But the plan didn't change, but their mindset did. I mean, we live in a culture where comparison is constant, subtle, and often, I guess for lack of a better term, like unintentional. You can be having a perfectly good day until you start to scroll. Someone's renovation, someone's vacation, someone's kid doing something like Instagram perfect. The economy just doesn't create wealth. It creates visible wealth, or what looks like wealth. And that visibility inflates our own expectations faster than our incomes can realistically keep up. Here's what I see with the families I work with. Typically, they're earning more than ever. Yet, they feel more financial pressure than ever. They have more opportunities, but less satisfaction. They have made more progress, some beyond their wildest dreams, but they don't feel the progress because expectations have compounded faster and higher. This is a formula for quiet, chronic financial stress. And parents feel it more intensely because every decision feels like it has high stakes. And I feel this all the time. Like we need to give our kids every opportunity. But here's the thing with opportunities. They expand endlessly, but time and money do not. And this is where the second point comes into play and is so powerful. Events like money compound, but it's never intuitive how big something can grow from a small beginning. The most meaningful progress in your family's life doesn't come from big leaps. It comes from small, steady behaviors repeated over years. But inflated expectations pull us away from those small things. They push us towards bigger, faster, more, even when it doesn't align with our purpose and objectives. So here's the paradox. Parents often underestimate the power of small, constant decisions and overestimate the power of big, dramatic ones. Small improvements in how we save, spend, communicate, prioritize, and plan, those are all the behaviors that actually compound into stability. But small decisions are boring. They're invisible. They don't show up on your Instagram feed. So what do? We just dismiss them, or we assume that they don't matter. And we tell ourselves, we'll start tomorrow. Pretty soon we're going to flip the calendar and there's all going to be these New Year's resolutions. But in the meantime, expectations grow louder, faster, and heavier. And your financial life will improve dramatically when you shift from the focus of what am I missing to what am I steadily compounding. And that's where calm comes from. That's where confidence grows. That's where peace of mind returns. So here's your one takeaway or action step for this week. Write down one expectation that is raising your stress more than your satisfaction. Then write down one small behavior you can start compounding instead. So let me give you a few examples. And these definitely apply to me. So I'm talking my own book here. Example, we should be doing more for the kids. A compoundable behavior would be one family dinner each week without devices. This is something my wife Teresa just mentioned. Another example, we should be saving more. Well, how about increasing automatic contributions or savings by 1%? Another one, we should upgrade the house. Believe me, I've been battling this one for years. Instead, clarify your next 5-year family priorities before making a decision. You don't need a bigger plan. You need a smaller expectation in behavior that compounds. So remember, my closing thought for you, expectations expand, wealth grows slowly, and peace comes from growing awareness and alignment. So if this message resonates with you, I would really appreciate it if you share it with another parent or individual that feels like they're being left behind, even though they're doing everything in their power to get ahead. As always, you can find all of my writings, our podcast on tamacapital.com. That's all for this week. We'll see you next time.